I'm working for Korg, and I'm going to show you this brand new Volca series. It's the Volca Beats, a drum computer. It's Volca Bass, a bass line synthesizer, and Volca Keys, a polyphonic synthesizer. All analog, and you can run them with batteries, so just plug 6 AA batteries in the back. You've got a speaker, and then you can just take your device and make music somewhere all over the world, like in a plane, train, or whatever you like. Optionally, you can get a power plug and run it with power, and we've got a MIDI in with each device, so you can synchronize the internal sequencer. It's a 16-step sequencer inside, or you can play notes as well. So you can add your DAW and yeah, send notes to the device, and they will play it for you. And yeah, especially for the Volca Beats, there are 6 analog sounds inside. So we're gonna start this sequence, which is running here. And you can modify the analog sounds. You can change the pitch or the kick drum, for example, a tune, your snare sounds. Yeah, you can modify the tom sounds and the hi-hat sounds. And on top of that, you have 4 sample-based PCM sounds where you can change the speed of the sound, means the pitch as well. And yeah, and then you can go to step sequencer mode, for example. Choose whatever sound you would like to program. Let's say the kick, and move. Yeah, remove or add notes the way you like. You can select the loudness for your sound. You can, if you don't like step programming, you can switch to recording. Then you can just tap in the beats. It does the same. Yeah? And with this stutter function, you can, I'm gonna mute some sounds. So we're gonna take this snare sound, for example. So if this is selected, you can yeah, engage some trigger for that sound. You can record this movement as well, these knob movements, to your sequence, and then you can bring just back on all the other sounds. And as you have a 16 sequence, you can modify this in real time as well. You can just go to active step and add some notes for the whole sequence, or remove some notes. There's 8 storage places for your sequences. So even if you turn off, sorry, if you turn off your device, these sequences will be kept. So we're gonna move on to the Volca Bass. Volca Bass, yeah, it looks a little bit like the Roland machines we had in the late 80s, maybe, but it's not supposed to be a clone. Yeah? You can program the 16-step sequencer with slides like this typical acid house bass lines, but the main characteristic is the filter. It's based on the mini Korg 700S. That's the first ever sold synthesizer from Korg back in the 70s. So this sounds different than the Roland machine. And you've got like 3 VCOs, which you can use in combination or separately. So you can program up to 3 different synthesizer lines, or you can add them to one sequence together if you like. So depends on which mode is chosen. So you can make a very fat sound, or detune the oscillators as well. You can change the waveform. So you have like sawtooth or square. And you can add, as I said, slide as well. You can modify the filter with an LFO as well. You can add more steps if you like. You have an envelope generator here on top where you can go and change the filter or the volume settings. And as I said, you can sync these devices and play them together. You can change a different waveform for the LFO as well. And so that's basically the idea of the Volca bass. Alright, so the last but not least, Volca keys. Volca keys, polyphonic synthesizer with 3 voices. We got 3 oscillators here. You can switch different voicings here on top, so you can have different, like tunings of the oscillators, like polyphone, unison, octave fifths. This is all, like sawtooth, and the last 2, the unison ring and the poly ring, are square waves. So I'm gonna start this sequence and modify the sound with a filter, which is the same as in the Volca bass. So you've got this mini Korg 700S filter here with resonance. You can modulate the filter with an LFO as well. You can use the envelope generator to make the sound shorter or longer. You can detune the oscillators to make the sound fatter. You can change the sequencer steps here as well. On top you have a delay function. This is made like a classic tape echo. Just add delays. Furthermore, you have like the pitching of the sound here as well. You can reduce the tempo to half tempo to modify your sequences, or quarter. This makes a lot of sense if you're using like more than one device. For example, this one in combination with the Volca beats, and you will hear the difference and the additional soundings, which is pretty cool. And as I said in the beginning, you can just plug in a MIDI keyboard. If you don't like the multi-touch keyboard, you can just add a real keyboard and play your sequences the way you like. Okay, so that's the story about the Volca keys. I hope you enjoyed my little demonstration, and these devices will be available in summer this year, and the price will be about 160 euros, so it's, I think, pretty cheap and a lot of fun for that amount of money. So